Like, why do we want to use Facebook? Why are we using social media? Well, Facebook is my favorite because that's where the people are. And that should be a marketer, it should be like known. Go where the people are. When you go where the people are, you have a better chance of marketing yourself. Did you know that 1 in every 6 minutes online is spent on Facebook? And 1 in 5 minutes is spent on mobile. So if we know that our people are on Facebook and they're on mobile, this gives us unlimited potential. I mean, literally in our markets in LifeVantage, it gives us hundreds of millions of prospects in our countries that we can reach out to share for our business. So go where the people are. Now I'll tell you guys that there is a right way to build on Facebook and there's a wrong way. The right way is going to be attraction marketing and building your list and building your network. The wrong way, I call it a spamateur. You don't want to be an amateur, spamateur, is interruption marketing and spamming. Now we're going to show you guys the best strategy to launch your business and to attract people to you. Now, if you've not heard these terminology or terms before, that's okay. Let me just define them real quick. Attraction marketing is something we reference a lot. It's really about becoming a person that adds value to other people's lives. You want to become a person that is adding value, so much so that people contact you. They want to know what you have, what you're doing, what you're promoting. Wouldn't you guys like to be that type of a person? Become the hunted and not the hunter? That's what attraction marketing is all about. The opposite is interruption marketing. Now, this was very effective in the early days of social media. I remember in the beginning, in like 2008 and 9, you could go on Facebook and you could post any link, any offer, any webinar, and you would literally get sales. It was crazy, but that really has changed so much. No longer can you just blast your products out there, or nor should you just post your website link on your wall, because it's a commercial. And who wants to be sold? Everybody wants to buy, but nobody wants to be sold. And so we don't want to watch a commercial. We want to watch a person. We want to watch a brand. We want insight in their life. We want to be educated and entertained and enlightened. Now, you also might hear, and if you've gone through the launch guide, you know ATM already. Let me just do a recap. Add, tag, message. This is specifically refers to our Team Heart system. When you add your prospects to the appropriate group, you tag them in the post or the video that they need to see, and then you send them a message on Facebook Messenger, either a voice memo or text, telling them, hey, I added you to the group. Did you see the notification? ATM, that is where the money is at. No pun intended. Now, guys, we have our 3 Facebook groups. I want to go over them one more time for you guys as a recap. We have our Team Heart Sneak Peek, which is actually going to be our all distributors and all business prospects. We have Team Heart, which is going to be all of our distributors, but no prospects and no customers. That's just for us, guys. We just want to talk to our teamies just in Team Heart. And we also have My LifeVantage Story, which is everybody. Say that with me now, everybody. It's everybody, all your distributors, all your prospects, all your customers, anybody looking at the products, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your uncle. Everybody gets in there so they can take a look at our products, read the stories, and see the scientific validation. So these are our 3 Facebook groups. Make sure you favorite and make sure that you use them. Now let's do a really quick audit before we get into adding more friends. And how many guys want more followers, more friends, more people to talk to? Let's do a quick audit on your profile. It is absolutely imperative that you give your profile a little bit of a 5-second glance. I want you to do this. You can pause this training right now or open up a new browser and just take a quick look at your profile. What does it say about you? What does it say about you? You know, when we think about like looking at it quickly, it's really important that in that intro, that little 3 lines that you have on the left-hand side, that should describe who you are. Come up with a short caption so people can know that you're positive, that you're a leader, that you're an entrepreneur. Come up with something like, I have Unlock Your Freedom financially, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Come up with something. You want to make sure that it's something that grabs people to you. Do not put LifeVantage Distributor, ID number 134, da, 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 da. No, you want to create curiosity and position yourself, right? Because this is attraction marketing. Now, I will give you guys this tip. In your audit, please take a moment and add in like either your phone number, or you can do Google Voice. But the great news is, like, I put my phone number online. It's so easy to block numbers nowadays. I've never had weird things with my phone number. I want to be easy to get in touch with. You can put in your email. You can put in your website. Make it easy for people to reach you. I always find it hilarious. Like, I remember I was wanting to buy a product from another network marketing company. We didn't offer these type of products. And I was trying to message this distributor, like trying to get in touch with her to get her website to order. It was, guys, it was so hard. I'm like, don't make it hard for people to order. Make it easy for people to get in touch with you. Now, understand that when you go to your profile, the biggest thing you see on mobile and on desktop is your cover photo. This is your social media real estate. So you're going to want to choose something like an inspirational quote. You could do a team branded graphic, like we have tons on teamheart.net. Or you can get one custom made. You can make your own on things like canva.com, or for $5, you can hire a graphic artist from like Asia to do one for $5, and they can make you this beautiful branded image if you'd like something a little bit more professional, but something simple, something clean, and something positive. That is something that means something for you. And when somebody would see it, they're like, what is that all about? Now, in your audit, it's important to choose a good profile picture. You want to have a nice shot, ideally of your face. This is Facebook. So not your dog, not your kids. I know they're adorable. And I would actually don't even do many posts with my profile pictures with my husband, though for men, you might want to add your wife in the photo. Sometimes you can look a little less like a creeper if you have your wife or your girlfriend or your spouse in the photo with you. Just a little fun tip for the dudes out there. But take a great photo. In the smartphones nowadays, you don't even need a photographer, guys. Go on like a cloudy day or indirect sunlight. You'll see mine right here is when in Park City, Utah at the Pro5 Summit. Josh took a great photo with the mountains in the background using the portrait setting on iPhone. So take a photo that's of you and your best, and make sure that it reflects you and that you look happy, okay? Now, I want to give you guys a little bit of a security audit. I highly recommend, I know, some of our leaders have shared that they're like, I was nervous at first about going public with my profile, right? It's like, oh gosh, do I want to share my stuff? What about my kids? All that sort of stuff. You can actually choose every post. If you do a post for your family, you can post that it's not public. You can say that it's only your friends or only a certain group of people can see those pictures. But on your general post and your general profile, I really, really highly recommend public. Here's why. If somebody's not a friend of yours, maybe they're a friend of a friend or a referral, and they're scoping out your page, the last thing I hate to see is a closed profile. Number one, I don't want to add them. I don't want to add them. So if somebody can't see your page, they probably won't want to add you because they don't know who you are. They don't know what you stand for. They don't know the content you're going to share. So can we just all agree, guys, that you want to make sure that your profile is public, and then just go back to any personal post, maybe about your family or young children, and you can put those private for sure. Now I'm going to bring on my amazing co-trainer. This woman has made a multiple six-figure income building primarily on social media the last 2 years. She's out of Anacortes, Washington. She's a dog mommy to Wiley and married to her amazing husband, Sean, who is the kind of the backbone or back end of the business. And so Marilee, talk to us a little bit about who to add and like how to build your following and get more friends and people, coming to you so that you can get more prospects for your business.
Absolutely, Rachel. I am completely blown away at what Facebook has done for our business. I can tell you, literally drawing people to myself because I've been able to do this right. And so we've learned the skill set of this. But adding people to your Facebook, what does that look like? I like to paint the picture. When you're putting a list of names together, and when you're thinking about people that, who would you do life with? If you were putting wedding invitations together, who would be on that list? I mean, think a broad range. Think of everybody. Just start to brainstorm. But of course, you're going to add family and friends, right? And maybe they're friends that you went to school with. Maybe they're people that are coworkers, people that you see all the time. So coworkers, school buddies, neighbors, and church connections. I know a lot of us get out in the community. Just sit and brainstorm. I know so many people are on Facebook. It actually blows my mind how many people are on Facebook and connecting, and how many people maybe that you're not going to converse with all the time, but they're stalkers, right? They're going to watch what you're doing. And that's why it's important that we do what we do and just continue to bring it to them with professionalism. And that's what we're going to teach you here today. But everybody you buy a service from, your realtor, your insurance guy, pest control, your hairstylist, anybody, if they're doing business with me, I want them to do, I want them to do business with me as I am doing business with them. Those are real easy connections. And I absolutely can't recommend it enough. And then it's just adding them to friends. And Rachel, you are just a genius at going through and kind of connecting and finding ways to connect. I'm going to toss this to you real quick as we walk through these next few slides.
Yeah, I couldn't believe this when I saw this, when how easy it was to start managing my friends. So this is on an iPhone, so the Droid users, it might look a little bit different on mobile. But when you're on mobile, you can actually go to your Facebook app and you go to the little sandwich. It's the 3 little lines. That's the menu bar. And on the left-hand side, there's an option for friends. If you guys click on that, you'll see numerous different columns that you can click on. And so what it mostly pulls up is your pending friend requests. So this is a fast way to start adding more friends, guys. In the beginning, I'll be honest, I added everybody. I didn't care. I was like, I just wanted to get to 5,000 friends, which is the max, by the way, as quickly as possible. So if they weren't a creeper, I was adding them, okay? Because I wanted to get as much people in front of my content. So make sure that you're checking your requests and you're approving people that are aligned with you. But you can also notice at the top right, you have this little section called contacts. And what it does is it syncs with your phone. And this is really, really neat. So it's going to pull up everybody in your phone that is in your database, and it's going to show you who you're not connected with on Facebook. You have them as a contact. And so what I would do is I would start here. These are going to be people like, these are people like my old handyman, old business people. I see a friend from high school on there. So go and add them as a friend, send them a message, and you're going to be approved. Now, I will say, we always say about 5 to 15 friend requests a day at the maximum. But I'll tell you guys, it is really imperative that you don't send too many too quick. The good news is that Facebook will warn you if you're going too fast, because they don't want spam or robots or people that are just adding a ton of people and not doing any value. They want real relationships, right? So Facebook's very peculiar like that, and we love that. But if you have a lot of outgoing friend requests, notice here I'm on the full right-hand corner of that menu of friends. And on my these are my pending requests. And so what I find is I go through this maybe once a month or so. And if I have a lot of pending requests, all I do is I go and I undo them. So I send a request and it's sitting there pending in some infinite abyss. I'm like, what is going on? And so often I'll send them a message, hey, add me, or I'll just undo it, because if you have a lot of pending requests and a lot of requests going out that are unanswered, Facebook is going to put you in Facebook jail. And that means no messages out for a couple of weeks, sometimes no posting, no adding friends, and you don't want to go in Facebook jail. But I will say, Facebook will warn you. So if you get a warning, just stop, slow down, cool the jets here. And that will really help. So back to you, Marilee. Hopefully that helps a little bit of finding your warm contacts and your previous contacts from your phone.
Absolutely. These are golden tips. Absolutely love it. So as we're talking about it, and Rachel mentioned adding 5 to 15 friends daily. And the goal is, as you know, she already mentioned, you max out at 5,000 friends. But the whole idea is that you're getting as many eyeballs in front of what you have to share, right? So you add friends of friends. That's just such an awesome thing to do. So, because birds of a feather flock together, right? So adding friends with similar interests is such a great way to do that. Adding to your list by adding friends of friends. Don't add too many cross-line as friends. So in Team Heart, of course, we love, love, love our team. We love our team family. And so my immediate team, of course, I'm adding those as friends, and we cheer each other on. But we talk about LifeVantage, the bigger group. If you fill all of that 5,000 with everyone that's from the company, it can fill up fast. And that's not who you're trying to get in front of. So keep that in mind. Keep it open for your team, upline, and prospects. That's so important. But look for social influencers. So when I'm going through and I'm trying to connect with people, it's a really good indicator when you find somebody that's like 2,000 plus friends. You know they're in it. You know that they're out there. They're making an impact. Those are people that you want to get this in front of for sure. Finding entrepreneurs. Guys, I'm an entrepreneur. And if I had not known about this industry, man, I just wouldn't be here today. So get in front of entrepreneurs. They're not afraid of opportunity. They're not afraid of working hard. Get in front of them. And also think about what we have our hands on. So wellness and medical professionals, that's a no-brainer. So let's talk about the ABCs. Always be connecting. This is key, guys. It's not about how many people you know. It's about how many people know you, value you, and trust you. This is a know, like, and trust industry. It always has been, and it always will be. So Facebook really makes that a great platform for you to get good at this skill set. Let me say that again. Know, like, and trust. That's a huge factor. So have a friends first philosophy. This isn't about spamming and just getting everything out there. Friends first. This is a relationship marketing field. Oh my goodness, I can't say that enough. The better you guys get at building relationship through Facebook, the stronger your customer base will be, the more loyal they will be, the more leaders you will draw to yourself. When people feel connected to you, you have hit the target. So how many quality conversations and connections are you nurturing every week? So comment and like other people's stuff. That's a great way to do that. When people see that you're engaging with them, that makes a huge difference, right? I mean, we all know, like, we know when we post something and someone gives you some love hearts, they give you some, like or comment, it makes a difference. You're engaged with them, you're connecting, it feels good. Do that. That gives people that extra response. And then think about this. Create conversations based on what people share. So we talk about this a lot of times. It's the FORM approach. FORM, F-O-R-M, family, occupation, recreation, and message. So family, where are you from? These are all conversation points, right? Family, where are you from? Are you married? Any kids? What are their ages? Those are all points. If you go to their timeline and you can see that they have a family, they're showing pictures, they're showing things that they're engaged in, you can engage in a quick conversation about that. Occupation, hey, what's your background? Talk about their job. What do you love about it? Get people talking about themselves. Everyone wants to talk about themselves. How did you get started in that? If you could change anything, what would that change about it? Recreation. My goodness, what do you do for fun? Are they posting pictures of them hiking? Are they water skiing? What are they doing that they love? Do you like to travel? What's been your favorite place to go? Hey, I love to travel too. Let's have that conversation a little bit. What are some favorite places that you visited? Oh my gosh, I love Italy too. You make a connection and it changes everything. What would you do more of if time and money wasn't a barrier? Asking key questions for people can kind of get the ball rolling. And then message. This is when you deliver the LifeVantage and Team Heart as a solution, right? So the message could be, I couldn't help but notice that this may or may not be a way for you to, get away from that job that's taking so much time. There's so many things that you can start engaging once you make that connection and get to know them. So guys, we're connecting, right? So ask questions, find out if and why they would be a great candidate for Team Heart. And then ATM. It's normal to be scared. Whether you're worried about what to say or what they will think of the business, you guys detach yourself from the results. I promise. Just detach yourself from the results and marry the process. When you do that, detaching from the results, marry the process, everything changes in your mental space, right? Become a professional conversationalist. Don't be pushy or salesy, but have fun. Be a connector with people. Again, guys, it's about developing a relationship and those connections. Get excited and have full belief in our products and the opportunity. Passion and conviction is everything. It's posturing. It's belief in what we have. And Rachel, you were sharing some really nifty tips again about finding new friends. I'm going to drop this back to you.
I want to share a really cool story, guys. So I had an opportunity in a previous lifetime to go and move to Europe. And I lived in Europe with my husband for a couple of months, and we were building our team out there. But think about it, guys. We just completely left our life and we transplanted in a new city in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. And I didn't know a soul besides my team in the Netherlands. But did I want to stop recruiting? Did I want to get out of phase one? No, I wanted to show my team that it was possible that you could literally go to a city you did not know the language, you did not know a soul, and you could begin finding business partners. So what I did is I began to use Facebook as a way to find people that were in that health niche. And I started with personal trainers. I ended up recruiting several of them, built a phenomenal team and a ton of customer getters, because personal trainers, you know, typically love health products, right? And so it was an amazing experience in less than 90 days to find strangers, cultivate relationships, meet for coffee, share the opportunity, and then end up, you know, back then it was a lot of like home and gym meetings. So this works. So how do you find new friends? Well, you just go to the Facebook search bar on your mobile or on a desktop, and you can type in anything. You can type in personal trainer. You can type in naturopath. You can type in chiropractor. For me, I live in Scottsdale, so I just typed in personal trainer in Scottsdale. And what I found was a ton of posts. Some were recent and some were really old, of people tagging their personal trainers or talking about personal training in Scottsdale or in Arizona. And so I started sending them messages and adding them as friends, like, hey, I see that you're a local personal trainer. I'm in health and wellness. I'd love to get to know you. I might have business for you. Is that true? It is. I have a lot of friends. You guys all have networks in your town, in your city. If you met a phenomenal personal trainer or a phenomenal chiropractor, wouldn't you send them business? Absolutely. And when you lead by that, how many personal trainers or doctors or chiropractors or hairdressers or whatever would accept the request? You're giving me business, you're possibly sending me business. Yeah. So again, it's being a person of value. Now you can also search groups. So notice that I typed in a couple different phrases like anti-aging and lose weight. And then I toggled over to this section called groups here on Facebook. And it was bringing up all these groups. Some of them had a couple hundred members. Some of them had 15,000 members. But you can add yourself to the groups and start having conversation. Now, I add myself to a lot of groups of things I'm passionate about. So this is what I'd recommend, guys. What do you love? Like, what do you love? What is your passions? What are the things that you do on a regular basis when you're done from work, you're done with the kids, done with family? What do you love researching, spending time on? That's the groups you want to join because you want to be active in them. So I'm in a lot of like beauty groups, clearly, fashion groups, makeup groups, anti-aging, all that sort of kind of stuff. And so I joined this one group that was all about anti-aging and weight loss and stuff. And it was like 200,000 people. And so what I was looking for when I was adding new friends, guys, I added hundreds of people from this group to my friends. Over 50 of them have become customers, just FYI. It's been hugely profitable for me. And so I look for the frequent posters. I look for positive thinkers. I look for social butterflies, the influencers, and I determine an influencer is somebody with 2,000 or more friends. To me, that's somebody with social influence. Like they could go live. If somebody has 2,000 friends and they go live, are they going to have views? Yeah. If they unbox their product, are they going to have comments? Yeah, for sure. And so I also look for network marketers. So what's really interesting about this, guys, it's hard to see on the screen, but if you could scroll in, this is like an anti-aging group. There's people from Lavelle, from Plexus, from Nurium in here, just on this tiny screenshot, Mary Kay. And then there's also licensed massage therapists, several of them right there. So pretty excited. Oh, and the unique distributor right there, Sarah Jackson. So guys, these are phenomenal people to add because they already love our industry. And even if they're happy with their other company, we all know they could use some NERV2 activation. They could use some biohacking in their life, right? So that's what I really recommend. And then lastly, Marilee, this was something that I did to really help improve how many of my friend requests to strangers were increased percentages. So when you guys send a friend request to a stranger and you don't know them, or maybe it's a lukewarm, like you kind of know similar people, always send a private message. It will explode your ratios and percentage of getting approved. Keep it short and sweet. Just reference how you guys know each other. Like hey, I'm in the group too. I'm moving to Arizona. This was a couple of years ago. Thanks for your testimonial. She was sharing her health story and anti-aging story in the group. And so I was normal. This isn't normal. Like, can you guys all say this? Can you say this? hey, thanks for your testimonial. Hey, I'm moving here, like, or hey, I'm also in Arizona, or maybe you're in Texas or whatever. Find some sort of commonality, and it might just be the group or the hobby, but add them. And you know what's crazy? A few weeks later, she became a customer. So this absolutely works. It's exciting. So that's what I do, Marilee.
I absolutely love it. So, so golden. And guys, you know what this is all about, bigger picture, it's growing your following. So if you're brand new to this, have a big picture mentality. Sometimes it takes a little time to do that. So if you're brand new, you're just getting started, know it's going to take a little time, but it's possible and it's incredible. So when you're grabbing their attention and you're being authentic and you've got generosity going on, there's consistency in your posting. And we're going to talk even a little bit more about that. But you're building trust. Again, this is a know, like, and trust industry. And when you do that, they tell more people about you. You actually will become, in your community and in your world, the go-to person for biohacking. You're the go-to person. Oh, that's that Nerve2 activator girl. That's that person. And that's what you're looking for. And as you do that and you poise yourself as a leader, you know where you're going. Guess what? That following comes to you. And before you know it, people start coming to you. And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, you guys want more comments, more shares on the stuff that you do, guys. You got to grow your following. You got to start building that friends list. You got to start making new connections while being vulnerable, authentic, generous, and of course, consistent. Let's talk about what to post. This is a big one, guys, because Facebook algorithm and every other social media platform, if you guys want to go on Instagram, you guys want to do, Snapchat or whatever, that's on you. We're going to go where the people are right now. And this is where our ATM strategy with Facebook groups, this is how we're adding thousands of people a month to our team, is through Facebook. But the algorithm itself is kind of complex. Like I don't even think Facebook really knows all of it. Most of them don't. It's only the programmers. There's over 100,000 different factors determining what is shown on the newsfeed. Now, one of the biggest ones that determines it is your relationship status. So if me and Marilee have been friends on Facebook now for several years, we're probably going to see each other, even though we're not in a relationship. We have a relationship that's long and that we interact, we message each other. Even the amount of private messages on Messenger that you send to somebody back and forth, it'll show you more of their posts. It's all interlinked. Now, Facebook will also show you the type of stuff that you like. So if you really love video, you're going to see even more video. And we're seeing that more and more, that the algorithm really does favor video. It favors new posts, something that's 24 hours or less, and it loves engagement. So all of this, including our social media guide, is going to give you ideas of how to stand out, how to create engaging posts, how to get those comments, those likes, and those shares. Now, here's the basics. We want to make sure that we're posting about 2 to 4 times a day. I think 1's a little not enough. I think 5's a little much for most days, but that sweet spot's right in about 2 to 4. And I'm going to give you guys a plan. I'm going to give you a plan that works, that will keep you fresh leads coming into your inbox all the time. But it's important, guys, every time you post, you should ask yourself, like, is this valuable? Now, I know that, I remember I look at Time Hop all the time, Marilee, where it shows you the memories. And like 10 years ago, I'd post like my Subway sandwich lunch. I'm not sure that was super valuable, but I was super excited to eat it at the time. But really you got to ask yourself, like, is this enlightening? Is it entertaining? Is it engaging? Is it educational? Is it empowering to people? And you want to have that rule of like 80-20, like 80% more personal, your brand, your life, the sides of you, the family, the activities, and then 20%, yeah, we're going to sprinkle in some business. Now here's how we break it down. It's 14, 7, 1. 14, 7, 1. So 14 posts per week, that's 2 a day. Remember we said 2 to 4 a day, is going to be completely non-business. So Marilee does this really great. If you guys check out her profile, she's on the beach. She lives on the stunning, stunning beach in Anacortes in the Northwest with Wiley and with Sean, and capturing the sunsets, or capturing the sea glass, or capturing, the girlfriend day, or the fun, nature hike or whatever. So you guys want to share that. For me, I'm sharing things like my bulldogs. I'm sharing, going to church with Josh, or I'm sharing like date night. So whatever it is that you're passionate about, sometimes it's just more sharing just something inspirational, or maybe a cool like verse out of scripture, or maybe a text if you guys, whatever you guys follow, or something inspirational that you're reading out of like a poem or a book or anything like that. Now, 7 posts max per week could be talking about the product or customer stories. There's a lot of distributors that do this very, very well in our team, and you're going to see them all as our top PV producers every single month. They're posting regularly, at least a few times a week, if not daily, something about Nerve 2 activation or biohacking. And again, we do not want to make posts that are non-compliant, that are making disease claims. In the guide, our social media guide, you're going to see what not to say, what we can say legally. It's a great little tip and a little pamphlet from corporate. And so we've included that because we want to make sure that we keep our company in the best light, and we want to protect our business and protect our legacy, right? So, but I don't actually mention the company name maybe more than like once or twice a year, Marilee. I'm really just trying to pique curiosity. I want that attraction marketing. I want to put out good stuff and bring them to me. But one time a week, I do a hard sell on taking a look at the business. It's a lifestyle post. It's a team heart post. It is something about building an organization. And that one post a week, guys, it consistently brings me in new distributors every single month on autopilot. So let's break down 14.7.1 in detail. Those 14 non-promoting posts could be inspirational quotes. It could be a question like A or B. If a hot dog, ketchup or mustard, I don't know, this or that. Or it could be a short answer. I've seen some really cool things where it had like 4 different houses, like one in the beach, one in the mountains, one in the city. And it's like one on a pasture. Which house would be your dream house, right? If you were A, B, C, or D. Those are really cool. You could also do lifestyle photos. I really recommend this, guys. You want to show the life, whether it be like, if you're working from home or you got your little side hustle, you're in Starbucks building your business, going out to lunch, going on vacation, your family, people want to follow you. They don't want to follow a business. It's shocking I cannot believe how many people comment on my dog photos, but people love it. So I keep posting it and I love it too. So business and entrepreneurial tips. Tara Wilson's phenomenal at that. She has these amazing business tip rants that she does a few times a month, and those always get phenomenal shares. Motivational shareables, also really, really good. It could be a thought-provoking rant, something that could create engagement. I remember, Marilee, one time, if you guys remember a few years ago, there was I think it was a dentist in Minnesota that flew to Africa and paid to shoot a lion, Cecil the lion or something. You guys remember that? You guys remember? So that was in the news and people were freaking out. So I did this rant about this lion that people were, sad about. And I talked about, what about all the starving children, right? And oh my word, it went viral. Marilee, it reached 55 million people. 55 million people. I had 12,000 new followers in a day. It had 200,000 shares. And so I probably there's probably 1 or 2% that were pretty mad about what I said, but most people loved it and it went so viral. So don't be afraid to do a little ranting and be a little polarizing. We talk about that in the social media guide as well. So, it's good to kind of be edgy in a good way, in a classy way. Devotionals, inspirational text or scripture, funny memes, share the things you're passionate about. Also be vulnerable. Share your failures. I share my failures, my business missteps, my leadership missteps, the different things my husband and I have gone through, 10 years ago, bankruptcy and foreclosures when the economy crashed. But we also share the hero story. So you don't want to just share vulnerability, I suck, I'm a zero, because nobody wants to follow a 0 to 0 story for long. They want to follow the results. They want to follow the transformation. Are you getting this, right? You're getting this? Also think about headlines in the news or trending topics. If everybody's talking about the ban on straws, or I don't know, whatever's in the news right now, maybe you can create a conversation about that and get some engagement. And it's okay if you get both sides on there. It's only going to help your edge rank and your algorithm. Now, more ideas, guys. We have a ton of Team Heart shareable, so you can grab that, or you can brand your own. And I also recommend, notice in this post, I added emojis. So I'll add emojis sometimes at the top of the post or in like bullet points, and make sure that your posts are beautiful and easy to read. This is small stuff. It goes a long way, guys. It goes a long way. And if you study some of the social influencers on our team, you'll see how they post. It's a trend. You make very beautiful, very easy to read content. Now, an example of a great content post, I just grabbed yours, Marilee, from a recent customer testimonial. I love this, and this works so great. I do it a couple times a year, holding up Pertandem, because I don't know, something about that little yellow pill just gets people like, what is that, right? So share a testimonial, but make sure that you're sharing benefits. You know, stories sell, facts tell. If you're just selling the features, like nobody cares how much turmeric is in Pertandem. Nobody cares about the facts and the figures. They want to know, how am I going to feel? Bye-bye chronic headaches. Bye-bye achy joints. Bye-bye popping in my knees. Bye-bye anxiety, right? They want to know what's in it for me. And so you want to share the benefits and stories. Now, that one post, remember I told you the hardcore business jab post? This one post, you want to do it right. And so the structure, I love this. You can do this as a live, of course. Often I'll do it with a very visually appealing photo. And it doesn't have to be of you. You can grab a beautiful photo from any of our graphics resources that are in the social media guide that you printed out. But you want to make sure that it's something that's stunning, because it's going to stop them from the scroll hole. You know what I mean? Everyone gets in the scroll hole. Something beautiful is going to stand out. And you want the post to talk about the problem, the pain. Where were you in the past? Remember the zero, what was missing in your life? And then there was a solution. The solution was LifeVantage. The solution was Team Heart. You made the decision, you took action, you found a mentor, you launched your business, whatever it was. And then a call to action, a CTA, write that down, is so important because that tells them what to do next. So I'll say, hey, comment group below, comment info below, check out this viral marketing video, comment video below, like this post, private message me. Give them one command, just one command, a call to action to do, telling them what to do next. So again, guys, in recap, 14-7-1, 14 non-business, 7 maximum about the products, and then 1 post per week. That is a hard sell on taking a look at joining Team Heart. Now, I do want to take just one moment, guys, and just talk about video. Guys, 80% of Facebook now, the news feed is video, but it's less than 1% of the uploaded content. So I would highly recommend doubling down on video if you want to be seen and you want to be heard and you want your message to get out there. If you want to create some virality and interest, you guys got to do video. Now, option 1 would be taking a video with your phone and then uploading it, but I really recommend doing a Facebook Live. And guys, I'll tell you, it's terrifying the first time. I was sweating. You see it count down, 3, 2, 1. I mean, it's nerve-wracking because you can start it really easy by just doing your Facebook Live, by sharing your story. This is how I recommend launching your business. You know, share your story, share your background. Remember the pain, what was missing, why you joined Team Heart. Or you could say, why I joined my company. Remember, we don't say LifeVantage. You just want to say my company, right? And explain at the end that you're looking for people to partner with you and give them a call to action. You guys, you can share like, guys, I've never done this. I'm super terrified. I'm nervous. But here's it all to explain. Listen to me right now. Most people are terrified to go live. And the very fact that you are immediately postures you and positions you as a leader to them. It doesn't matter if you haven't made $1 yet in your business, but the fact that you're willing to do something that they're unwilling or afraid to do, they now have respect. You bridge respect to you. So I highly recommend doing this. We've had a lot of Facebook Live challenges in our group. And I'll tell you guys, I look at everyone who goes live in our team, and it's usually our top recruiters. So I recommend at least once per week. And if you guys want to pause this right now, take a screenshot. It's also in our social media guide. These are ideas. These are just a starting place. You know, your story, talk about your team, what you love about them, why you joined your leaders, edify your upline. Talk about taking action when afraid. Wow, that's a great starter for Facebook Lives. Hey, I'm doing this terrified, but I need to break through my fears. Maybe talk about the products, what led you here. Talk about the benefits of a side hustle or a side business. Time management, do a product demonstration. Oh my word. One year during Black Friday, we did a Black Friday product overview. I remember one of our teams did $7,000 in Black Friday sales from one Facebook Live. So it absolutely works. And here's just some more ideas, guys. You can interview customers, you can interview top leaders, your upline, you can do timing, you can do finding balance or parenting or cooking or anything you're passionate about. Be on brand with you. Now, here are my last do's and don'ts of Facebook, what to post, is again, have you heard it enough? I rarely, if ever, use the company or product name. I don't want to send people into like the Google abyss. I want to control the conversation. So I pique curiosity. I use the words like Nerve 2 activation, biotech company or biohacking, smart weight management, Team Heart, scientific breakthrough. I'll talk about the ingredients in a product, but I won't mention the name. I'll talk about the cost, but I won't say the name. And guys, at the end of the day, don't post drama. Don't get into the keyboard wars and the negativity or the gossip. Don't put down other companies. Always be light, always be uplifting, always be positively impacting people with care, love, acceptance, and mentorship. And make sure, guys, that you always have a strong call to action. So, oh my goodness, Mary Lee, we've done all this. We've gone live. We've made the post. We're cranking on people. And now I've got to lead. Now what do we do?
Oh, ATM, baby. Guys, this is the magic sauce, and I love that we do this. When you really start get rolling in the ATM, you are gonna love it. So ATM, we're adding, we're tagging, and we're messaging, and it equals money. And I want to just tell you guys, the reason ATM works is because you're putting them in a group where there's social proof. There's social proof inside of these groups. They're going to see testimonies. They're going to see studies. They're going to see stories. They're going to see interviews. It changes the game when you do this. So messenger tips. If somebody, so we talked about all those beautiful posts that Rachel just covered so brilliantly. My goodness, gold nuggets there. But if somebody comments on one of your brilliant posts or sends a message and asks, hey, what's this all about? You've inspired them. You did exactly what we've just laid out here. You want to take the conversation to Facebook Messenger and PM them, private message them, or pick up the phone. And you can talk to them, and you want to do it immediately. So I think of it as like you're fishing. You've got this bait on a hook, and you've done these brilliant posts, and you've got somebody that actually said, yes, I like that. I want to grab a hold of that. So you want to capture that immediately. So I take those conversations offline. That's what's so awesome about this. So in Messenger, I do a ton of stuff in Messenger or text messaging, so that it's a very efficient way to work your business. You want to be excited, you want to be urgent. But what I do, guys, something just as simple as this. My goal is to get them inside of one of the groups so that they can see one of the videos. We've got, the groups are loaded with videos, loaded with information, loaded with testimonies. You want them in there. So something as simple as this. Hey, thanks so much for your comment on my post. Hey, with your permission, I'd like to add you to a group filled with product testimonies, information, education, and you know what? I'll tag you in a few videos that'll help explain it perfectly. So notice, guys, I'm going to get them to a tool. I'm not going to be that person to over-explain it. I'm going to get them to the tool inside a group where there's social proof. They get to be the fly on the wall and see it. And then I let them know I'm confident that you'll be impressed by this. So just a note about ATMing in groups. Just because you add somebody to the group doesn't mean that you can tag them right away. There's going to be a little bit of a delay sometimes. Some people also have set their privacy settings on Facebook, which is something they can do to have, so that you have to approve, they have to approve the addition to a group. So sometimes you might add them into the group and you're noticing, hey, I can't tag them for a reason. You might want to drop a message to them real quick. Hey, I've got you. I'm trying to add you into this group. I'm having a hard time tagging you. Make sure you check your settings. Sometimes it's on their end. Most of the times, though, we're adding right into the group. So if Facebook is not letting you tag the person, then simply send them a private message. Ask them to approve being added into the group, and then confirm they finally saw the notification of being tagged in that pertinent video, and let the video do the work. It's just...
Marilee, this was so huge. I want to jump in really quick because
Yes.
I realized that when we launched ATM, some people were missing the M part of it. They were adding and tagging, but they weren't messaging. And so what I do is when I got like a hot one on the line, I will immediately message him and I'll send him a voice and I'll say, hey, I just added you to the group. I tagged you in the video. I wanted to make sure, did you see the notification? And they, a lot of times, will be like, no, I didn't, or they'll say, yes, I did. We'll give it, we'll troubleshoot it. But most of the time, they're like, yeah, I'm watching it now. So I want to, again, I want to control that conversation. I don't want to send them off into Never Never Land or the notification to get lost. I want to be in front of them while they're interested. I just wanted to add that in there.
No, it's so true too, Rachel, because, you know, I think of M, messenger. M is money. That's the money, baby. The messenger's in the money. It's in the follow-up, and the fortune is in the follow-up. It all happens in the message, which is so, so important. And guys, just a note here, be a good human. You want to add value to people's lives through your posts, your videos, your content. It's about inspiring people. It's about drawing that attraction factor to you. Remember to keep a friends first policy. Sometimes it's easy. We get excited about the science that we have our hands on. I mean, who doesn't? I do. Every day I wake up with goosebumps reading these stories. Are you kidding me? But it's really important not to become that commercial. It's important to be able to connect and become friends with these people. So keep that philosophy when you're in Messenger, you're having those conversations. And keep in mind always, everyone matters and everything we do matters. So do this with class. Do this with integrity. Do this with professionalism. And see what other successful social entrepreneurs inside of Team Heart are doing. And then hack their tactics. Literally, see what they do. Let it inspire you. And I'll tell you guys, make it your own. Something we see sometimes, you might see another good post that you love. Don't just click share and bring that over to your timeline. Take and copy it, change it up, make it your own. You want people to see the value in you. You don't want someone following someone else's brilliant post. So again, guys, these groups are golden. We're ATMing inside of these groups. So you've got the Team Heart sneak peek. Somebody's interested in one of your posts about the business, the opportunity, the lifestyle that you're showing. Maybe you're out traveling or you're at the beach, you're on your laptop, and you've done a post. It inspires. You want to add them into Team Heart sneak peek. It's such a brilliant group. Tag them in the pinned post. Guys, there's magic in the pinned post. We've got videos. The overviews are right there. Or find those stories. Maybe it's a leader that you want them to see their story. Tag them in there. Social proof, social proof. We've got just the Team Heart page, which is our team group. Of course, that is where everyone that's just a distributor goes into. But then our My Life Vantage story, that is where those prospects. So the two on the edge are what you're looking at is your prospects. The one that's the Team Heart sneak peek is prospects for the business. The My Life Vantage story, prospects for the product. Actually, everybody should go in there because social proof on all those testimonies are absolutely golden.
I love it. Guys, and remember, always get permission before you add to the groups. I want to thank you guys for going through this training and congratulate you for going one step further in our launch process. You want to make sure that you guys have, completed this. You downloaded the social media guide. That's going to give you more examples of really phenomenal posts, as well as how to create stunning graphics and kind of some of the do's and don'ts and more tips on growing your following and how to create engagement. So grab that PDF right now and make sure that you guys continue on to the next training of the Team Heart launch process. We can't wait to celebrate you as a brand new pace setter very soon inside of Team Heart. And thank you so much for watching.